Today, we'll be taking a look at the stator assembly on this LG front-load washing machine. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. To begin, let's first remove this back panel here. It's held on by 4 Phillips screws. Once we get this off, you'll want to lift up. Maybe pry your hands behind the metal, lift up, slide out, pull down, and set it to the side. Now that we have the back panel removed, we have clear access to the stator and rotor assembly. Now, in order to access the actual stator, we will have to take off the rotor itself. It is held on by one 13mm bolt. Now, when removing your rotor, I like to use a good high power drill. Pop it on this. You can use a socket set if you want. Just slap that right off there. Since it does have blue Loctite inside of there, sometimes it can be a bear to get off. Now after you do that, simply pull off on your rotor. Go ahead and set it to the side. Now that we have the rotor removed, we have clear access to the stator motor here. Now the main reason why you'd be needing to access the stator motor is if the unit is not spinning, or it could be smelling like it's burning when it's spinning or going through agitate. It may make some type of noise because the rotor is scraping against the motor here. So there's a couple of things I want you to look for. First of all, damage to the wiring going through here. I'll see where maybe it's frayed off and it's scraping against the rotor itself, or maybe the magnets have broken on the rotor and caused damage to this. If that is the case, it will need to be replaced. Now there's other ways to test it. In order to take the motor down, first we are going to take off these 3 Phillips screws here to give us a little play with the wiring once we pop it down. And finally, this ground strap. All right, now we'll go ahead and drop the stator. Once I pop this down, we're gonna have a small Molex on the back that I'll have to remove. To remove the last one, I'm gonna hold the stator up. Let's go ahead and slide it off. Right here is our Molex. You need to pinch the sides. Pull it out. Now, to test this, you have 3 terminals inside. You will use your voltmeter and go between any set of terminals. You should read the same resistance in ohms, whether you go from here to here, here to here, or here to here. If you have an open line or you are reading really far out of range, it will need to be replaced. Go ahead and set it to the side. When installing your new stator, first, we are going to plug in the wiring. It can only go in one way. Let's get that plugged in. Then we are going to lift it up to where it was previously. I have this on the bottom. And there we go. There's small pins that fit in. It can only go in one way. Let's get our bolt started and tighten it up. And then let's do the other two. All right, now let's go ahead and put these screws in down here. I'm going to start with the strain reliever on the left-hand side. I'm actually going to hold it on there while I put it in. Next, let's go ahead and do the ground strap. The ground strap is the only machine thread screw that we took off. So we'll get that in there. And keep the wire over to the right-hand side so that we can reattach the other strain reliever and it doesn't get in the way. Let's see how we can maneuver this. Get that screw going, and then get that back in here. Now we can reinstall the rotor. When reinstalling a rotor, let's go ahead and line it up. Now, the splines inside the rotor will correspond with the splines right here. So sometimes you may have to move it around to get it on there. And since it pulls in because of magnets, it can make it kind of difficult. This one went on smooth. Sometimes, like I said, you may have to maneuver it and then slide it in. But once you get it in, let's go ahead and put our bolt back in. And now we can reinstall the back panel. When reinstalling your back panel, you will have what looks like a Wi-Fi signal going up. And then of course you slide in the metal as far as you can in the back here, push it forward, and then drop it down so that the metal falls into the bottom, and this will hold it in place. Let's reinstall the 4 screws. And this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.